The following program contains coarse language.
It is intended only for mature audiences.
For sexual references, adult themes.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Contains super awesome content not suitable for people who don't enjoy super awesomeness.
Safety Net Studio presents.
There's literally a podcast about everything.
Podcast.
Presented by Carnation Evaporated Milk.
Hi. Welcome to the future.
Candace Ray.
What's so funny? There's nothing funny!
Listener discretion is advised.
The Jaguar.
Jaguars dominate on land.
The jaguar is the most feared predator.
You guys know me, but people who don't know me, listen, if something's going to be funny, whether I'm the victim or not, it's funny. Funny's funny.
Right.
And I'm in.
Very funny, joke around.
Have a drink. You deserve it.
Dave Wheeler.
It's not the first time Wheeler's comments have led to a suspension.
We're supposed to act in a civilized way.
Crazy. Take it out of context, it might sound a little crazy.
That's crazy.
Hi, everybody. Our curtain's about to go up on you.
Welcome.
I like that.
Relax and have fun.
Wheeler After Dark.
Oh, yeah. Hello, everybody. Hello. Nice to see you all. You'll be happy to know that the voicemail returns today.
Oh, no way.
But it's funny. Jaguar, this is hilarious. So we didn't have voicemail for the past 2 days. Monday was just nothing. And then Tuesday, what I did for yesterday's show is I grabbed a old one from March 10th of last year.
Okay.
It was only you and I because somebody took the rest of the week off.
Oh, was that was that a random choice?
Yep. Well, I wanted to go back one year.
That was 1 year?
1 year.
When I took that week off.
Nice.
Wow.
Was it a good one?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was good. I didn't skip through the whole thing.
That weekend episodes must have been filthy.
Yeah, there was actually. You know, it was funny. You were complaining. You were complaining about being edited even back then. Yeah.
Really?
True, yeah.
Why do I feel like that's a new thing?
Yeah,
then?
I don't know. It's been going on for the past year. You drink a lot.
It's always been that way, I think. Actually.
I think so too.
I don't know what changed that I'm noticing it now.
Actually, about a week after you showed up, you had been on the show. I had an intervention. I was like, hey, remember, anything you say, like, it's always going to be there. We've been editing you since day one. I think we should stop editing him.
What have I said? Yeah, you should stop editing
we should
me.
just stop editing him.
Okay.
I'm with. That's a 2
One show.
That's a 2-1 vote. A no edit show.
Okay.
Okay, here
I'm
we
down.
go. I want to bring up
Fuck.
the shot of tequila.
It's still there.
It's still in between Dave and I, but
It
it's
is still sitting
interesting,
there.
the evaporation.
Yeah. About half of it is no. I'd say maybe about a quarter.
You know what I think happened?
What?
I think Dave drank some of it. Is what I think.
It smelled in it.
Yeah. He's been sneaky drinking.
No, what I do, like bang on the table and a little bit splashes. And I try and catch it in my mouth. Try and do that every once in a while.
It spilled.
I thought it may have been the cat.
Hilarious. Or the ghost.
Could be the ghost.
Right?
Be the ghost.
Could be the ghost.
This
but
could
it's still
be
there.
an offering.
Yeah, right. I think it's very funny that it's still there. I forgot. Like, we did the show and I haven't sat in the seat since then. It's still there.
Still there? Oh yeah, I've stared at it every day, longingly, talking to it, cuddling with
Hi.
it. Yeah. Hi.
Miss you.
So yeah, it's still there. So did we decide on what's going on with that thing?
I gotta go into the studio tomorrow. I'm about to take a week off. The first week of April, I'm taking off. So first thing I'm gonna do is have a shot, and then at least if I'm off, I'm off. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So I'm not saving that. I'm gonna pour myself a fresh one.
I don't think it's the tequila that's causing.
I don't think so
I don't
either.
think
I think it is a 0% chance.
Yeah.
0.
Yeah.
I would agree.
If I take that shot now and I wake up
I like
that,
this. We got a bet going.
will you go into the studio for me tomorrow?
Yes.
Will you sell?
Sure.
Work the sales floor.
Yeah.
1 to 6:30.
Sure.
Close the store.
Yeah, sure.
I don't mean yeah, sure, and you don't show up. I mean you gotta like if
No, like,
I can't.
I'll go to your store as long as you're not there.
No, I would.
But if you show
Plays
up, I'm going to
perfectly
be
to his hands.
pissed.
Yeah.
Who's gonna close the store? You don't know how to shut a store.
I'm sure your boss would love that. Hey, Candace, how come you're not in the studio today?
Oh no, Jaguar's in. It's fine. We did a thing on the podcast.
You didn't hear? Well, you should probably listen to my show more. I do that kind of thing.
You have a what? Look at it this way. You still could close the store. You don't have to sell on the floor. You can just go down with your glasses and whatever you need and close it down.
Oh, and Jaguar works the floor for me for there.
Yeah.
You'd have to be there from 1 to 6.
Yeah, that's fine. You sure you want that?
I just don't know if you'll show up.
I feel like I win no matter what.
I know.
This is a great bet.
Do it. That's just what you got to drink.
I've never wanted you to have an allergic reaction so bad in my life.
It's true. It is a win-win for him over there.
I know. Just like, what do you want? Just lose like 20 customers and like you're just standing there drunk.
Yeah.
What have I
Wait,
done?
yeah, can you drink there? In the
No.
back. You can drink in the back.
Well, can is a loose term.
Well, you're able to.
Yeah, right. I mean, sure you can if you tried hard enough.
Yeah.
Candace Ray,
Yes.
verdict?
About what?
We're not moving on with the show until you do. I'll tell you what. You take a moment to. I'll tease what's coming up.
Are
here.
you being serious though? Would you go in?
Yeah, sure. I don't know if your boss would allow that.
I don't have a boss here.
I'll go.
My boss is in Kelowna.
She's not going to race over.
Co-workers.
Well, yeah, the manager in Winnipeg, I don't think would appreciate the joke or the humor.
I guarantee
that means it's hilarious.
I guarantee you, anybody that hears this podcast is going down to Porsche Ella today on Wednesday to go buy something from the Sad Jaguar. I can almost promise you.
It's just the highest sales.
It could be a huge sales day. It could be.
That'd be so funny.
Drink away. Tell you what, I'll take a moment. I will tease what's coming up later on in the show. I do want to talk about this whole Meghan Markle Oprah interview that happened on Sunday evening. I think that people are still talking about it, so I think it's worth talking about. And not just what they said, but the implications of what possibly could play a little what if. Also, music news you can use. There's only one person in the music industry that calls Alice Cooper by his real name. I'll tell you who that is coming up in music news you can use.
Justin Bieber.
Close. Very close.
Man.
Yeah.
They're
very similar.
I knew I was close.
Yeah. There it goes.
There we go.
There it goes. Now enjoy it. Describe it to me.
Oh, it like touches your lips.
It's so good.
And it's so good.
So good.
And then it goes down your throat.
Fill it up again.
I really wish it was
Fill it up again.
cold.
Oh, I bet.
Sitting there for 2 days.
That's
and the cat may have drank out of it.
It's
I'm for
possible.
sure going to have allergic reaction.
Let's be honest. We share most of our drinks with our animals,
Oh.
anyways.
So good.
I think
The
that's
way
why-
it courses through the veins.
I think that's why I don't.
I feel it coming down my arms. You want details? I'm giving you details.
bring them.
I
it's
like it.
coming through, down. Woo! Good. You too should take a shot of tequila.
Oh, I'd love to.
You
I'd
should.
love to.
You want me to get you one?
No, not
Okay,
yet. Not
okay.
yet. Not yet.
All right.
Almost there. I'm getting
Oh,
close.
that was fucking close,
I'm
though.
getting close to breaking. I haven't been
wouldn't
thinking
call
about
it
You don't know. Yeah, don't call it breaking.
I don't call it a break.
You're getting close to done. You did what you needed to do.
Job. It's
All right. Almost there. We're almost there.
Okay. All right.
What did it say? 184 more days? Something like that? No. It was inside June 3rd is when ratings comes out.
Yeah.
That's when the radio ratings come out. That's a big milestone for me.
So you're just gonna hang off till June 3rd?
Till June 3rd. Regardless if it's good or if it's bad, I'm going to have a case of beer sitting next to me.
Yeah. Nice.
That's good. That's
So
my
you
day.
want to get Ubered in? Like you want me to drop you off that morning?
Sure. Yeah.
You be drunk on the show.
Probably.
Yeah,
Oh,
just-
yeah.
Well, no, the ratings don't come out until about 9 or 10 a.m.
Oh, okay. So breakfast drunk.
Oh, that's the best kind of drunk.
So we got to sit at Smitty's. Do you change your address to live with us for a while?
Yeah, I could change it. I'll just get some mail sent here.
A fucking nightmare.
I wonder
that
how
is.
many people right now might be doing that.
Oh,
Don't you think?
I
Jen?
know.
Post change of address.
Yeah.
Like,
I personally know people.
Do you know somebody?
I personally know people, yes. Yeah. And good
I
for them.
love that.
Good for
I
them.
do too. I just there's just so many things that just don't make sense, and like from province to province are so different that just this is okay, this isn't okay. Like it's just so strange is the word I'm going to use.
On tomorrow's show, I have some video. I already have it. I've got the audio because it was already taken off YouTube, and now you got to find out different sites. But it's a bunch of Canadian doctors who are sharing their information, and they're saying, "Here's what we see as doctors."
Okay.
Okay, this
I
is
look
the Canadian
forward
ones,
to it.
not the crazy American ones that were being warned about by the perimeter vigilante and whatnot. And
Yeah. Now, is HPV gonna call and
obviously
say they're quacks or whatever. I don't know.
I'm curious. I'm curious to see if he will or not. Anyways, it's
I'm
that's on
curious if you're going to
tomorrow's
bring your
show.
Margaritaville tomorrow to my studio.
Ooh,
yeah.
You keep giving him great ideas like this. I
mean,
like it.
I'm going to be
If I'm
giving away
going down,
margaritas.
if I'm going down, I'm going down with a whole bunch of sales and drunk people.
Can I submit that as an expense?
Absolutely.
Probably.
Because
I don't think but I don't actually think I can drink there. But I would love to have like just the Jaguars here. Just be people like, what? I'm like, you want to deal with the Jaguar today?
Oh man, everybody does.
Would you go full Jaguar with the coat and the hat and
Oh
everything?
You gotta pull your shoes from the back shelf.
They're just waiting till spring.
Well, you could take them right into the studio.
Yeah, and then put them on.
Put them on.
I'm in.
Oh, wear a Jaguar. I'm so excited.
So I.
Oh man, it's gonna be so fun. I hope a Karen walks in.
Me too.
You know what? I'm gonna get my manager. I'm gonna just let you deal with this one today. I have one of those like chairs, like director's chairs. In our
Oh yeah,
studio.
I'll just sit there.
And you could just sit there all day.
And I'll have the Margaritaville next to me.
Oh my gosh, it's so fun.
This sounds great.
Yeah.
I can see the Jaguar sitting there on that studio chair, chilling out, probably sitting down having a cigarette in your store.
You can't do that. Definitely no. I'm not letting that happen.
And then somebody walks up and goes, "Excuse me." He goes, "I'm on my fucking lunch."
Do you mind?
Oh, I pushed them all so far tomorrow, and we're gonna push them right over the edge. Eviction notice. Here we come.
Do you guys have a video in there? A video camera in there?
Outside our studio, yes.
But not inside?
No.
That's too bad. Would have been nice to film the whole thing.
Just a direct feed to the Jaguar.
Yeah.
Like he's like
YouTube
in a
the whole
cage.
thing. Listen, I'll drag the cameras. If you end up having to go into work, I can see your eye getting puffy.
Are you being serious?
I can get it's getting puffy. Oh, you're swelling up like the Nutty
Are you
Professor.
being serious?
You're swelling up like Eddie Murphy in the Nutty Professor. You're fine.
I can usually tell when it's coming.
Really?
Yeah,
How?
of course.
Start breathing heavy.
Right, exactly.
Because you're snoring, that's why.
Oh, right, yeah, that's
Deep breaths in.
Yeah.
Deep breaths out.
Speaking of marital affairs, the former Duchess, I think you can say former Duchess now?
She is the Duchess. She doesn't just lose the title.
I thought
they gave them up.
Yeah, that was the whole idea. So Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, who famously left the royal family, moved to California. Meghan and Prince Harry sat down and had an interview with who else? Oprah.
Well, if you're going to do it.
Yeah, right. It was a 2-hour special on CBS. Oprah, right at the beginning of the interview, Oprah said, "I just want you to know you are not being paid for this." Meghan says, "No." And says, "You don't have any idea what I'm going to ask?" She says, "Nope." And he says, "And no topic is off limits." She says, "Nope." But Oprah got paid $7 million. To do this.
$7 million?
By
CBS. CBS. And I said to Dave, it's interesting. She's not even on the network, but she's Oprah, and she's just like, "Hey, you want an interview? Who wants this interview and how much?"
She could have done it on her own network. Doesn't she have her own network?
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought maybe with a broader audience on CBS.
$7 million?
Yeah.
For one interview?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a big interview to get.
That is a big interview.
It's a huge interview.
That's $3.5 million per hour. That's a pretty good hourly wage.
I'd say. That's
Wow.
all right.
Yeah.
So there's so much to unpack about this. I don't necessarily think. I think by now most people know what she said and some of the quote unquote bombshells that she dropped.
So some of them are that she contemplated suicide, that she didn't feel safe or protected, I think is the word she used, and that she asked for help and was never given help.
I think the other big one too was the fact that apparently there was some conversation about how the baby's skin tone would look. That's a big one.
Really?
Yeah.
They didn't say who, but
and Oprah asked Harry directly, and he said that he said, "I will not tell you the details of that, and I will not tell you with who."
Okay.
And he was like, "You have been brought up in a royal family when
yeah.
you're like, oh, you think you're Oprah, you could like, but it's off limits, but I don't have to answer it."
Oh,
that was the only question he didn't answer.
If there's anybody that knows how to keep a fucking secret, it's a royal. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah.
That's their job.
Yeah.
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 We don't need to know that shit. That's the other part that bugs me. Like we don't get to know that stuff. That's your family. That's your inner workings
exactly.
of your family. Like that's not public.
As
like
Snoop
I get
Dogg
it.
would say, it's family business.
But but they are airing all their family business right now.
True.
So on the reverse of that,
Meghan and Harry are.
Yes.
But the royal family isn't.
Right. And she's
She used to be part of the royal family, but she's not anymore. So the royal family's not the one putting out these stories, right?
True.
So, but is she? I thought that when they said it was for like the year, that they will always be referred to that. Or now, like, no money, no titles, no nothing, get the fuck out.
That's what it sounds like.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Even it's still funny to say because the man's in his 70s, but Prince Charles cut off their allowance.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he still gets an allowance from mum. Oh, yeah. They'll get an allowance. If I do my chores properly, mummy. If I do my chores, I'll get my money.
I did remember Harry saying they're living off of, because they cut their security detail. They didn't want Archie to have some, and they didn't want, this is what she said, this is what Meghan said, and they didn't want her to have security, so that neither one of them would. And he's like, well, I'd still get security, right? Like, just, and Meghan was saying, like, please make sure you give Harry security at least, like, we'll pay for ours. And they wouldn't. So I guess a big thing for them was their security and how much they had to pay to have like this over the top opulent security. And so he made a comment that thank goodness for the money his mum had left him. He made a very specific comment about that.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I kind of look at that a few different ways. It's kind of like the whole Quebec wanting to separate from Canada. It's like, hey, listen, we want to be our own sovereign nation, but we're still going to use your military. We're still going to use your money. We're still going to use your mint. We're still going to use this. We're still going to use your power. We're still going to use this. We're still going to use the tax dollars. So it's like, well, are you really fucking leaving? Or you just want all the good things that the family provided and none of the bad things?
Well, and he's pretty far down the chain to ever actually take over.
Yeah. Kate and William's kids will get the throne before he ever will.
So like,
there'd have to be like a massacre in the royal family for that to happen.
Yeah, so they're still like, they don't feel that motivated, or they probably don't feel that motivated to protect the bloodline, because he's like, what are the chances that everyone else dies,
right?
And then he has to take over? Like, it's pretty slim.
Yeah, could you imagine the conversation in Buckingham Palace? Hey, Mum, Your Majesty, the Ginger's marrying a black American.
I don't know.
I mean, think about it.
I don't know what the Queen's like, though. Maybe she doesn't. Maybe she's cool. Like,
well, they made lots of comments that they have a very good relationship with her, like Meghan does and Harry does, and she also made it very clear that there's the family and then there's the institution or the firm, and that was very specific. Like, so, you know, your comment that you just made, like, I don't personally believe that it was from her. That sort of, like, the institution thinks of, like, how are we marketing this? Like, well, this is a 1,200-year institution.
Yeah.
We are just going to puppet dance, like, to all the Commonwealth countries. The other thing that in that interview that I did think was interesting is they chose to move to Canada at first because they were in a Commonwealth country. They'd still participate. And Harry said, you know, but all of a sudden we were very exposed. And I thought, yeah, you're on Victoria, like, you're right on an island.
Yeah.
The one island, you go interior BC, nobody gives a shit. Just go to Saskatchewan. No one will even look at you.
Yep.
You know, go to like, you went to the most, like, one of the most iconic places, and I don't blame you. It's beautiful. But I thought that was an interesting, so they chose to go into California with their security, which
is that where they are now?
Yeah.
California?
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Well, it's funny
went
because
to Florida. Nobody gives a shit. Florida.
Goddamn right, Florida.
Florida be like, you don't got no crocodiles.
They won't even know who they are.
Yeah.
Where they did the interview, it was funny. Oprah's like, you know, I live up the road and you live down the road from me, but we're actually doing the interview at a neighbor's house because they have a beautiful backyard. And it was a fucking beautiful backyard. Don't get me wrong. It was beautiful.
Yeah, but don't they have beautiful backyards? I guess they don't want to show their own homes.
Oh, no,
maybe.
they did show a lot of the backyard in Meghan and Harry's, and they have little chicken coop, you know, live in the old, the dream life, and good for them, you know? Fuck it, why not? In the grand scheme of things, I've said this before. If I had to choose between my mother or you, I'm picking you every time. You know what I mean? Like, if it was one of those, you know, fights or whatever, if you know the classic mother-in-law battle with the daughter-in-law, you're winning every time. So Harry stepping up for his wife, saying, if this is what you want to do, this is what we're going to do. But I do think that she does have to take a certain amount of the, I don't want to use the word blame, but the credit, if you will, for separating from the royal family. Because if he doesn't meet her, he's still part of the royal family. I don't think he steps away on his own.
Well, he even said that he wouldn't.
Right.
Oprah asked that question.
Yeah, that's what you do for your partner.
Exactly. So in that respect, I totally get it.
I do
must have a magic vagina.
She is pretty hot, man. Like,
she's a nice looking lady.
The only thing disappointed me, Oprah didn't ask her about Suits and why didn't you finish that last fucking season? Would have been way better with Rachel Zane.
I didn't even watch after that. I stopped.
They screwed up that show.
You don't have to spend most of your day on a shuttle when you get your vehicle repaired. I'm Anita from Vernos Auto Body. one of the few downtown shops with full mechanical and collision services. Suspension work, oil changes, AC, alignments, front-end work. We do it all. A downtown location easier to get to than most dealerships. Less overhead, lower labor rates, it's all at top of the waterfront.
You're part of the family at Bernard's Auto Body.
982-4540.
You gotta open your throat, relax your jaw.
So much music.
You played that music in the middle of the night.
Rock and roll.
God, I hate rock and roll.
It's catchy, right?
Let's get this party jumping.
It's unfair that we can't listen to our music because it is about drugs and promiscuous sex.
It's music news you can use.
For March 10th, 2021. There's a blues singer by the name of Robert Finley, and he's announced a new album called Sharecropper's Son. It will be produced entirely by Black Keys frontman Dan Auerbach. In addition to the album's production, Auerbach will co-write the album with Finley, who, according to Auerbach, is the greatest living soul singer. The album, which will be released on May 21st, also features a number of blues veterans and studio legends who have worked with everyone from Elvis Presley to Wilson Pickett. Giving fans a taste of what to expect from the upcoming album, Finley has shared the album's first single called Sold Out on You. Here's what it sounds like. This isn't the first time Finley and Auerbach have worked together. In 2017, they released an original soundtrack together for the graphic novel Murder Ballads, published by Z2 Comics. Later that same year, Auerbach also produced Finley's Goin' Platinum album. Earlier this year, the Black Keys released a 10th anniversary deluxe edition of their acclaimed 6th album called Brothers.
Welcome to my breakdown. You're welcome to my nightmare, yeah.
Alice Cooper has revealed the identity of the only rock star that calls him by his birth name of Vincent Damon Fournier. Alice Cooper was originally the name of a band in which he sung lead vocals. After the band broke up in 1975, he took the name both as his legal and stage name for that year's Welcome to My Nightmare album. In an interview with The Sun, Cooper revealed, quote, "The only person who calls me Vince is Keith Richards," which is usually followed with, "Have you had a drink lately? And why not?" Cooper has been sober for 38 years. Kings of Leon are set to score their 6th UK #1 album this week with When You See Yourself, as their latest LP currently outsells the rest of the UK's top 5 albums combined. The Nashville band's follow-up to 2016's Walls was released last Friday, and the 4-piece are already well on their way to recording their 6th consecutive #1 album overseas. Kings of Leon's new album, When You See Yourself, has also been released in the form of a non-fungible token, or NFT. Coming up in part 2 of Music News You Can Use, The Weeknd sets a Billboard record that should be celebrated by Canadians. We'll tell you what that is on the Wheeler After Dark podcast.
portable, transportable cellular phone is here.
Please leave a message after the tone. Call the Dave line anytime and leave a message.
No sex.
No alcohol or nudity. Gentle drugs, no doubt about it.
Remember,
we're listening.
Dave Line is brought to you by Frank's Pizza. Upgrade to homemade with Frank's Pizza. 3 locations to serve you. Kirkfield, Westwood, Club 3D, Riverbend, North Main, and Selkirk, the original location. There's a link down in the podscript. You can check out their menu. Not just pizza. They got pressure fried chicken. They got French fries. They got onion rings. They got ribs. They got shrimp. They got a full menu. Takeout or delivery only. They have been COVID compliant since the get-go. Find out how close they are to you today or go to the pickup. All right.
You think the Queen still has sex? She's still banging?
With Prince Andrew? I don't know.
Isn't it Philip?
She could probably...
Prince Philip?
Philip,
Yeah,
right.
Prince Philip.
Right.
Andrew's
Andrew's
her
her son.
son,
You think
Yeah.
there's, well, I mean...
It's the Royals.
The royal family.
Ew.
What?
What, you didn't see Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Everyone fucks everybody.
I know, but that's like, that's fantasy. This is real.
Oh, no. Listen, there's a long, long history of royals keeping that blood very blue or as blue as possible, and they would inbreed with cousins. And not just, we're not just talking like this royal family, we're talking like royal families over in Europe. It's well known. There's
Yeah, I
lots of
could see
inbreed.
that.
Yeah. Why do you think that's
It's a little weird,
yeah.
but...
Oh, you know some. All right. First call here on the Dave line, 204-615 Dave, 204-615-3283.
You guys were talking about almond milk. I'm still trying to figure out what asshole they pay with a microscope to find the tits on the almond to get that fucking milk out of it. Who sits there squeezing those little nipples? That's some fucked up shit. I'm just kidding. Go fuck yourself, Jaguar!
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's funny.
That's a good call.
Little teats. Heard that from Meet the Parents?
Yes.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that scene in Meet the Parents. That's a great movie.
That is funny.
Yeah.
Ben Stiller doesn't get enough credit. He is a fucking genius. Like, comedically, an absolute genius. He doesn't get enough credit for that. Okay, next call.
Hey, Dave. It's Dan.
My old homie from Owasina Hall
Okay,
in
so
Calgary.
the roommate that called all out of the blue after
Not a
two
roommate,
married-
but we lived in
Oh,
the same apartment building.
who you thought had a crush on a girl, right?
No, he said he had a crush on a girl,
Yeah.
and apparently I overstepped that because I didn't. I don't know.
Okay, just
I've
what's
got
the
another-
backstory, you know?
He's got another story.
I've got another story from Safe that you changed my life forever.
Oh my God.
And probably my kids.
Herpes
And
never
it's gonna
goes away.
live on to their grandkids.
He was cute.
It's about eye safety. Just for fun. We were playing kids, and it's going to live on to their grandkids. It's about eye safety.
Ooh, yeah.
Just for fun. We were playing, I think we were playing 500 with the football outside Owasina Hall.
Sounds right.
And I think you threw the ball. Maybe you were trying to catch the ball. Somehow in the mix, maybe Parker grabbed my hands, moved my hands out of the way trying to catch the football. I caught the football right in the eye, and then that's when I learned about your eye injury.
Mm-hmm.
And you should elaborate on that, and probably your fans don't know about it. But that's where you told me about your hockey name on your jersey being Wheeler Johnson, long enough to extend down your arms and stuff.
Mhm.
But whenever I play
Good
500
memory.
with my boys now, I make sure that they know not to fucking interfere with anybody's hands. Otherwise, they'll end up like Dave Wheeler Johnson, and they could have a fucked up eye. But anyway, I know you caught fucked in the eye or something in hockey. And
Your
I was
safety
gonna do a
meetings.
shout out for Soilworks song, Best Diviner. If you haven't checked it out, check it out.
Okay.
Jaguar, go fuck yourself.
Oh.
Candace Ray, keep up the good work. I love all your stories. Keep it up. Talk
Great.
to you later.
Thanks, man.
I love how...
Hey, Dave. It's Dan.
Oh, that was him.
I love how he said I didn't want... You don't want my to end up like Dave Wheeler.
Yeah, right.
But there's a million things other than the eye thing that I would pick from that list before I would go there. That's like bottom of the list.
Thanks for that.
I think it's so interesting. Yeah, like that impact for him, like he said, like his kids and everybody knows,
Mhm.
and probably friends. Hey, don't ever do that. I got a buddy. His name is Dave Wheeler. You know, like it's just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're that story in his
Right.
life.
You're a cautionary tale.
You're a
Yeah.
cautionary, but you're also part of safety meetings,
Mhm.
and so safety meetings can be great meetings that you go to. You know, you call a safety meeting at a party, and you're like, "Hey, safety meeting!"
Yeah, that kind of safety meeting.
And
Yeah.
then everybody who wants to smoke a joint goes out to that safety meeting. So you're part of these positive safety meetings too. I'm sure as Dan's friends, not his kids, but his friends, he's told about you in safety meetings.
I like that.
Yeah. I tried to real spin that one after Jaguar really took a shot low.
Whoa, what the fuck did I do?
Balance. All about balance. This one coming in from Saskabush. Our next door neighbors there who don't change their time anymore. Don't forget the daylight savings time this weekend.
I love them. I love it. Good for you. This is so stupid. Angus is asking us to explain it, and I'm like, I don't know how to explain it to you, Angus. They all go up or they go down, follow it. And he's like, okay, but why? And I'm like, oh, and just to throw this in, one province goes half an hour. And Angus is like, I don't get it. I'm like, because time is an illusion. It doesn't matter. It's just like, stop living your life by that time.
What's going on in Saskatchewan?
Hey, Wheelers and Sad Jaguar. This is a first-time caller, long-time listener, and supporter of Dave.
Oh, thank you.
I guess you could call me Mixmaster or Twink. Those are both the...
I love it when they come with their own nicknames.
Yeah, Mixmaster.
Mixmaster?
Okay.
I like
You
Mixmaster.
can call me Mixmaster or Twink. Those are both the
Twinks.
only appropriate nicknames I can provide.
Okay,
I
love
just
it.
wanted to say that I'm sick and tired of hearing messages from the perimeter vigilante. All he does is follow your guys' every word and look for things to point out and call you out on, and he's a waste of our time. We need more messages from What Up Bop Bop.
Yeah.
He's
awesome.
a great guy and brings a smile to my face and makes my mornings when I hear him calling. That's about it. Just wanted to put my 2 cents in there. Thanks.
That's a great call.
Mixmaster from Saskatchewan.
Okay, but have you tried just being a fucking asshole? It's really fun.
Give it a shot.
Like,
Try it on.
Call next time and say something awful about somebody.
No,
Me, for instance.
No, it doesn't always feel as good as you think it does.
It feels good for him, though.
Positivity is, yeah, well, that's because he lives on that side of the line.
Disagree.
Yin and yang over here. But I love that in Saskatchewan, What Up Bop Bop, who's on the other side of Canada, gives
Scotia.
her that, like, I just feel like province to province, Canadian to Canadian. I love that.
Yeah, me too. Next call.
Just want to touch in on this Dr. Seuss thing here.
Sure.
So I know we think it's cancel culture. However, I did some digging. Fuck cancel culture. And so what's actually happening is the family of Dr. Seuss is actually pulling these 6 books themselves, because when you go back and look at statements made by Dr. Seuss himself, he admits that he realizes some of these books didn't age well. And he also admits that, he wishes he didn't put the undertones that he knows he did back in the day when it was acceptable. So the family is actually choosing to pull these books prior to cancel culture getting their fucking hands and their fucking fingers on all that shit. So they're pulling it basically to just cover their own asses, which I think, if they're wanting to do it, then I think by all means, do it. It's your work. It's your books, so you can do what you want with your books.
True.
But if cancel culture thinks about fucking sticking their grimy little fucking micro penises in that shit, you all can fuck off.
It's
He's
kind of
got a great point.
It's kind of like one of those what the terrorists do when something blows up. They're like, "Yeah, we did that. Yeah, fuck yeah,
taking credit
yeah,
for
we'll do it.
it.
It was us. Don't fuck with us. We'll do it again." Meanwhile, they had nothing to do with it. I'm actually really kind of glad we reserved judgment on that until we got more details.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, the fact that the family go, okay, we know we're just gonna pull these. Like we know we see it. We're just we still the institute. We still want that. Like the stories,
Yeah, well,
don't
and
take
even-
away green eggs and ham.
Even if if the man himself, the doctor, if he was like, yeah, they didn't really age very well, it's like, okay, well, they're yours. You do whatever you want with them. Like, you wrote them,
I think it's good.
That's your decision to make.
Is he a real doctor?
Honorary? I don't know. I'm going to find out. Hey, Siri, was Dr. Seuss a real doctor? Don't say you found something on the web.
From realsimple.com. Dr. Seuss's full name was Theodore Seuss.
No, he was not a real doctor. No.
Why do
Lying
you always,
son of a bitch.
And why do you always believe that Siri over time is going to tell you the truth? Do you not think that over time they'll slowly start manipulating Siri and Google to make sure?
Oh, they are now. They are now. Absolutely, they are.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh no,
it's true. They are.
Here we go.
It's whoever writes the Wikipedia page. Really?
I know.
Yeah.
Who's got the more hits on Google? Who's got the more hits on? Nobody says who's got the most hits on Yahoo.
Yeah, it comes down to popularity now. It's like whatever page is visited the most.
That's
what
the
they go with
answer
as
they're going to
facts.
give you, is what I'm saying.
Which makes sense,
Right,
Like,
but if you alter the answer by going for the most popular vote, will the answer be true?
you can change the truth.
Winners get to write the history books.
But does that not still make it the truth?
If it's the winners that's
If everyone
writing
thinks
it.
it's the truth, maybe it is.
It's not a lie if you believe it.
Yeah.
For Frank's Pizza. Upgrade to homemade. That's the Dave line.
Please note the number is. I encourage you to listen. 204-615-3283. 204-615-DAVE.
Hey, man, what's up? What? What?
Say what?
Say what? What? Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
What's Trending brought to you by Nutrilon Winnipeg. If you have a lawn, call Nutrilon. Nutrilon has been doing this since 1986. They guarantee their weed control, and they'll come give you a free estimate. All you have to do is click the link. It's available right down on the pod script as you scroll down on your mobile device or on the webpage you're visiting. Click that, fill it out. They'll get back to you within 24 hours, and they'll come give you an estimate. And Nutrilon guarantees their weed control. Partnering with you to achieve the lawn you deserve, all while providing a first-class customer experience. Nutrilon, and you can say, get the fuck off my Nutrilon. See, professional all the way through.
And extra professional right at the
Yeah,
end.
because it was a real professional F-off.
Yeah.
So, Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah.
I got to give you just a tiny little bit of background on this guy. He is a professional golfer. Okay, now hear me out on this. For those non-golf fans, I think you'll actually appreciate this. He is an MIT grad. That's the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. That's very hard to say. He is a smart motherfucker. And he grew up playing a little bit of golf here and then realized that golf could use some improvement. And there's some things about golf that doesn't make sense. So he decided to go in with a completely different mindset on how to play golf. For instance, golf, you play with clubs. You're allowed to have 14 in your bag. Your irons, 9 through whatever you choose, down to 2 or 1, are all different sizes. The lower you go, the longer the club gets. So your 1 iron will be the longest, and your 9 iron or pitching wedge will probably be about, 5 inches shorter than that? 4 inches?
I've never seen a 1 iron.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. I've
Okay,
never seen
let's say 3 iron to pitching wedge.
Still never seen that either.
You're gonna lose maybe about 3 inches.
8,
Yeah, probably a couple.
Okay, so
least.
shorter club. So what he said is, do they have to be? And the PGA of America kind of went, no. And so he made all of his irons the exact same length.
Oh, this guy's brilliant.
And what he does is he lets the loft of the club do the work.
Well, of course, it makes so much
It
sense.
really does.
Why am I adjusting every club to everything? That's
No.
like, let me just learn one good stroke.
Right. So he took a very mathematical brain. Very
Is he
mathematical
looking
brain.
for a wife?
He wanted to make it very mathematical and very mechanical.
That's it. Eh?
And his-
I know, those
Yeah.
two
That's all it
things.
takes.
Yeah, mathematical.
Oh,
Wow.
you love him now. Just wait.
That
just
tolerance level has just gotten shorter and shorter.
wait. Fill it up again. So not only does he realize that this is a good idea because his swing becomes mechanical, he also thinks, okay, what else can I do? So he starts looking at the game from a very geometrical, like he's doing the math. Okay, if the wind is coming in this direction and I'm hitting this club, I have to hit it at this launch angle, like really breaking it down. No more of this. I just kind of feel the ball and swing. So he starts messing with that. Then he realizes if I'm stronger, I'm going to be able to hit the ball further.
Yeah.
And that's the idea of the game, is to get it close to the hole. So he puts on 50 pounds of muscle. Like goes into a full
In
workout
what,
regimen.
4 months?
It was pretty quick.
Oh my gosh, really?
It was
not 4 months, but it was pretty quick.
Keep in mind this guy's in his mid-20s, so mid-20s, late 20s, somewhere around there. So his body is like, a lot like Christian Bale. He can put on the weight when he needs to. So he has become like just this bulk of mass. He's playing at Arnold Palmer's Invitational over the weekend at Bay Hill, and there's this par 5 hole that is over this big, giant body of water. And you can see the green on the other side. But everyone has to go around because there's just, you can't get over on a par 5. It's too far. It's too far.
How many yards?
500 and...
Oh, yeah, that's way too many yards.
It's I think
5 something to the green.
5 something to the green.
So, and everybody's pitching where? Like they're hitting maybe 250?
They're hitting anywhere from 275 to 350,
So kind
340.
of going that way, like going at it at
Right.
one angle.
Right. So Bryson DeChambeau says, hold my beer. And he steps up to this and aims for the green.
That's where he's aiming.
And that's where he's headed, just a little bit right of it, but this ball appears to be hammered.
That's so
fucking
far up there.
beast.
And now, to be honest with you, it's in the right rough. with the
Wow.
hole cut.
But it's not, it's just shy of the green.
Just shy. He's about 70 yards shy of the green.
Holy shit.
Nobody.
Can I buy clubs like that?
Didn't he fly at 370?
He flew at 370, yeah. Like, so he landed, I think next time he's probably going to aim for the hole.
Straight at, yeah.
That's his goal next time he plays it.
Yeah. Next year he'll do. It's fucking
Hole in
bonkers.
one, bitches!
It's beastly.
But so smart about the clubs. I've said that since you started teaching me. I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah, why are they all different
Why
sizes?
can't they all be at the same length as my driver?
You can buy them that way now.
Well, I'm going to. I need a new set of clubs.
Yeah, get them fitted.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. No.
I'd like to try them. I'd like to try a full bag of the same length.
That's all you're doing it now anyway. You're just trying to golf.
Yeah,
just
so why not try something else? I mean, anything's going to help.
Yeah, right? You're like, ooh, maybe I'll go and test it. How about I buy this club? Then if it works, I'll buy a whole bunch more.
Like, I'll poke one of my eyes out if you keep playing well. Like, whatever it takes. I'm just going to take the best things about all the people I know who golf the best.
You're going to need Mike Mason's calves.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're going to
I
be
need Dave's Cyclops eye.
Yeah, Dustin Shambo's upper body.
Yeah.
And his clubs.
Just a big Donkey Kong.
Who
Man,
else
he's so
you
much
need?
fun to watch. And
you need Tiger
Tiger's
Woods
penis.
Tiger Woods like movement in the body.
No,
right?
his ability to cheat. So I need that. That'll help.
Too early. Guy's lying in a hospital bed. He's listening to the show right now.
Good. I hope he has lots of time to think about cheating.
The fans love him. Jaguar.
So much so that the rules don't apply. Yes, you're right.
Okay.
You played that music in the middle of the night.
It's music news you can use.
I guess I got my swagger back. Truth. New watch alert. Hublows. Or the big face rolly, I got two of those. Arm out the window through the city, I maneuver slow. Cock back, snap back, see my cut through the hole.
Jay-Z's net worth has been boosted by 40% following two major deals by the rapper and businessman. Last week, it was revealed that Jay-Z has sold his controlling stake in streaming service Tidal to Square, the mobile payments firm ran by the Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey, for $297 million. He has also recently sold 50% of his luxury champagne brand to Louis Vuitton. As a result, Forbes now reports that the rapper's net worth has increased from $1 billion to $1.4 billion. Breaking down his extensive fortune, Forbes magazine reported that the booze deal earned him about $320 million. His other investments include stakes in Uber, SpaceX, restaurant chain Sweetgreen, and life insurance startup Ethos. His Rock Nation imprint is valued at about $140 million, his cognac brand at about $120 million, music catalog $95 million, art collection $70 million, and his real estate $50 million. Megan Thee Stallion has announced Women on Top, a new $1 million fund to support women in education, business, charity, and more. The Houston rapper confirmed details of the fund, which is being done in partnership with Fashion Nova. Monday, to celebrate International Women's Day, Megan Thee Stallion took to social media and said this.
What's up, hotties? It's Megan Thee Stallion, aka the Hot Girl Coach, and today is International Women's Day, and I'm so excited to announce that Fashion Nova and I are coming together on a women empowerment initiative called Women on Top, and we're giving away $1 million in grants and scholarships all month to all the women. Keep checking in on the winners, and love y'all.
Grants, donations, and scholarships will be awarded from the $1 million fund through March, with the YWCA Houston, her hometown, receiving the first $25,000 grant. And finally, The Weeknd's Blinding Lights has become the first song ever to spend an entire year in the top 10 of the U.S. Hot 100 singles chart. Originally released as a single in November of 2019, the track, which featured on the Toronto Singer's March 2020 album After Hours, went to number 1 in the United States on April 4th last year and has so far spent a total of 64 weeks in the Hot 100. It is now the first song ever in the Hot 100's history to spend 1 year in the top 10. This dates all the way back to August of 1958. That's music news you can use for March 10th, 2021. I'm Dave Wheeler.
Let's go.
That's all you need right there. Those guys are unbelievable.
That's my time. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
No, enough golf. I think we've already overstepped because I always get emails. People are like, really, man, golf. It's not even golf season.
It is golf season.
It's the weather we're getting is kind of nice. The weather is kind of nice.
We should start an email to like programming suggestions at at Wheeler After Dark, and I'm just gonna tell you right now, no one's gonna read them.
Make it an at Rocket Mail.
No, they can call the Dave line. Tell us what they don't like about what we talk about.
That's the best place to put it in.
Sure. Yeah, Dave line.
Actually, on the heels of mail, somebody who works for me is going to be taking a few weeks off, and that person is our distribution manager, and we're looking for somebody to come in and do that job, and when she comes back, support.
I got a guy.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
He's coming in tomorrow, so he's helping me out. So she's leaving it's now 10 days, and we still don't have anybody. And I went to my CEO. I'm like, listen, I can cover any shift in this. Like, I believe I can do anything. But there's just one weakness I really have, and that's mail.
Yeah, I don't think
And I do not think at any point in time, like, as much as I'm willing to help in any situation in this is one where you don't want me to help. We will buckle as a business. Be like, you need to send out these packages. I'd be like, bleh. Literally, I just couldn't.
No.
Oh my God, no one even get them.
That's a hard no.
It's such a hard no.
I'll be honest with you. I think that's very mature as a manager to be self-aware like
Understand your weaknesses.
It's 100% mine. Even when I help her, I love to go in and try and assist with it, especially sending out, I got sent out 1,000 bath bombs to Kelowna. That's not an easy thing to do. And you don't want them to break and everything. So you want somebody to help me. But like anytime I have to package like a small package, every time I do it, she looks at me and she's like, she just readjusts it. Like I can't.
It's
I'm
just
like,
not your thing.
I'm like Hulk. It's just like Hulk just shows up in my hands, and I'm like, bleh. I broke a bottle the other day. I've been dealing with bottles on the front of the store, but the second I go back and I have to package, I'm like, glass. It was flower powered too, so the whole back room smelled like roses.
Roses. It's just not meant to be. That's okay.
How about you shout out somebody from your work that's going to be doing all that work for you while you're gone?
I'm going to shout out Liliana and anybody who works in mail, actually. If you are really amazing people. I don't know how you do it. How you get your mail out in time. Your mom to me is so fascinating. Every birthday, always. I don't know even how she does it. I don't know. I don't know what it is about it.
It's
but
really easy.
It is like really easy.
It's like they've literally like easier than Dewey Decimal.
Anyway, I'm shouting out everybody who works within mail or has the ability to really send notes. Thank you notes. Those people are really winning at life.
Jaguar,
what?
Shout out. Anyone?
No,
that's fine.
Not today.
I am going to shout out the two millennials that I work with there over at Energy 106. I just realized I'm going to ask them a question on the show, and I'm really curious to see what they're going to say.
So what's the question?
Do you guys understand the
Don't say anything if you listen to the show. Don't tell them.
Do you understand anything about the Dewey Decimal System?
Oh, man. No.
Oh, I thought you were going to ask them if they know what mail is.
Like, probably not either.
I'm curious to know if that's still exercised in the library.
You should ask them to write a check. Give them a check, a blank check, and ask them if they can find things that are generational and be write a check out. Can you write me a check for $10 and see if they know how to write it out properly? Things that as generations we don't do. I don't really write a check either, so I don't know if I even know how. But
my favorite is watching Gen Zs try to use the old rotary phone.
Oh man, is that still a thing?
Oh, that's entertaining as shit.
That's funny.
Anyways, we're out of here. We're back again tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.
See ya.
I didn't want to do this. I wanted to come out and tell a few jokes. You created this monster.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for being here with me for a little while.
You guys have been great. Thanks a lot for coming. I hope you enjoyed it.
All right, then. All right.
This podcast is property of Safety Net Studio.
my eyes are getting itchy.
Nice.
Seriously though, they're really getting itchy.
This could happen.
If I'm this is fun and it's great. This will be a great day. But if I actually find out that tequila is a trigger for me,
it's just agave. Unless you're allergic to agave, I guess that could be a thing.
No, I doubt it.
Okay, go on.
She's
go
fine.
on. So
she's fine.